clouds and the cold have moved in. Now it's time for the snow.
I'm meteorologist Stacey Donaldson, tracking the snow that is going to affect us tonight and tomorrow. I'll have all the details on how much we expect coming up.
And Coloradans with ties to Ukraine on a mission to help save lives.
The images that you're seeing on TV are understated. The horror is much greater.
Between donations and demonstrations, how Colorado's making a difference on the other side of the world.
Plus, thieves caught on camera coming back twice.
Restless nights, and then I don't know what I'm going to walk into the next day.
The crime trend that could shut down some Colorado car dealerships.
But first, we begin with our weather action day tonight. The snow missing us earlier today, but now it's certainly coming down.
Yeah, look at that video. And we want to give you a live look at downtown tonight. It's been quite the shift from being in the 60s, even 70s all week this week to what you are seeing here now. And this is just the start. Meteorologist Stacey Donaldson joins us. Stacey, looks like more snow coming down tomorrow.
It looks like it, and it's really coming down fast and furious at this point with a wave of snow we have moving through. And it's cold enough to support this snow, 21 degrees outside. At this point, feels like it's only 11 degrees. And we've been watching this line of snow showers come up from just north of Colorado Springs into our area. So now it's sitting right over Metro Denver, pushing very slowly off to the north and east. So we may see a little bit of a break in the snowfall as it pushes north here into the next couple of hours, and then it will wind on in for the rest of the day tomorrow. Off to our north, pretty quiet here from Fort Collins out towards Sterling. We're going to see this snow shower activity move our direction just out to the southwest of Colorado Springs, eventually making its way our direction. We also have snow in the higher elevations, and we'll see that become more widespread as we head through tonight. So our Saturday night planner includes a few more hours of snow, a little bit of a break, and then it kicks back in as we head into tomorrow morning, and it should last throughout the day tomorrow. So our futurecast keeping the snow with us as we head into the next 24 hours, and we may see some icy roads on top of it all. So we'll talk more about snowfall totals coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Stacey, we'll check back in. Thank you. The Russian invasion into Ukraine continues tonight. The Ukrainian government is accusing Russian forces of violating a ceasefire, impacting the humanitarian corridor for civilians to escape.
And the Red Cross says its operations are postponed as Russian troops keep shelling the area. The UN says by tonight as many as 1.5 million people will have left Ukraine, with more than 750,000 people entering Poland.
Meantime, President Biden says his administration is working closely with Congress to secure additional funding to help Ukraine. In a video call with U.S. lawmakers this morning, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky asked for more military aid, including drones and planes, and a full ban on the imports of Russian oil. Colorado Senator Michael Bennet was on that call with President Zelensky. Afterwards, Bennet posting on Twitter saying we must continue to provide critical security assistance to bolster the Ukrainian resistance, send humanitarian aid to mitigate the growing refugee crisis, ban Russian oil imports to the U.S., and continue to punish Putin for his lawless war.
Coloradans across the state keep showing their support for Ukraine in unexpected ways. In Colorado Springs, people gathered at Acacia Park here to demonstrate. A Russian man and his daughter were actually out there yelling, "Stop the war." He says he's been in Colorado Springs for about a year, but his daughter was born in Ukraine and the rest of her relatives are over there. He spoke very little English, but his daughter translated for us.
It's very tough and it's hard to just take in. It's hard to just be calm about it. It's horrible. We can't just let this happen.
He says they are hardly sleeping, constantly trying to communicate with everyone there and make sure their loved ones are safe. Coloradans with ties to Ukraine have been devastated by the images of their home country being destroyed, and they are doing everything they can to help.
The nonprofit Ukrainians of Colorado is raising money to send medical supplies and aid to Ukraine.
Denver 7's Rob Harris sat down with a Colorado man hoping to make a life-saving difference.
If his native name didn't give away his heritage,
In Ukrainian, it's Andriy Lenech.
the artwork, trinkets, and flags at Andrew Lennox's home certainly would.
I have family in Ukraine. I spent 2 years in the Peace Corps there recently. I still keep in touch with many, many people in Ukraine. When there was an invasion, I was shocked. I mean, that first day I was absolutely numb, and I kind of had to take stock of what my emotions were.
I think all of us watching TV have been so struck by the before and after of these cities in Ukraine. But I got to think for you, you have the before in your head and then are seeing the after on TV. Tell me what that experience has been like.
Devastating. And I will tell you something, that the images that you're seeing on TV are understated. The horror is much greater. From my telephone calls and texts on a daily basis from people from Ukraine, from pictures that they are sharing, it's just beyond belief. It's horrific.
The phone calls from his friends and family in Ukraine have revealed the devastation there. They've also given him insight into what they need now most. Lennox joining the Ukrainians of Colorado, rallying for awareness, and raising money for medical supplies to send.
What we are witnessing is the manifestation of evil, pure evil. And how the world responds to this, that will be the history that will be written. If Ukraine is not helped, if it is not assisted, then our history is diminished. We as a species are diminished.
If you think your friends and family in Ukraine could get one message across to Americans watching right now, what do you think that message would be?
Support us, help us. You know, I mean, in the beginning, it was, they were, and I will tell you this, they're very, very grateful for the moral support. It means a lot to them. It really does, to know that the world is watching and that everybody is coming together. Literally, almost the entire world is supporting Ukraine. Anybody who spends some time there falls in love with the country. They're just a beautiful, wonderful, peaceful people.
Rob Harris, Denver 7.
Certainly a country in need of major support right now. Rob, thank you. The organization has a goal of raising $100,000. If you'd like to donate, we have a link on our website, thedenverchannel.com.
Some thieves were in for a shock this week. Denver police are looking for a box of human heads that were stolen out of a medical truck. This happened near Denver's Central Park neighborhood. Denver police say sometime between Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning, someone broke into a medical truck. They took off with a dolly and a blue and white box labeled exempt human specimen. The human heads were supposed to be used for medical research purposes, and police say if someone finds the box of human remains discarded or abandoned, immediately call the Denver Police Department.
All right, a disturbing crime trend has now hit a Wheat Ridge car dealership. The owner of Rock Auto on West 44th Avenue says thieves stole from his lot twice this week. On Tuesday, they got away with this Ford pickup truck. It was later spotted on Tower Road near the airport Friday morning. During rush hour, thieves were caught on camera stealing another pickup truck. They used it to push the car blocking the exit out of the way and also stole a boat on the lot.
I've had more vehicles stolen and damaged and catalytic converters stolen in the last year and a half than I have in the previous, 5.5, 6 years.
The owner says he's reported each theft to police, but they haven't been able to do anything. There's not much else he can do but to patrol his own lot and hope the thieves don't come back.
Hope so too. All right, tomorrow the snow will be coming down, so jumping in an outdoor swimming pool probably is not on your to-do list, unless of course you're like Brian and me here and all these other people headed to Wash Park tomorrow for the Polar Plunge. Coming up, the reason we are doing it.